You are familiar with the method for evaluation of definite integral as limit of sum. In this activity, you will explore the concept with a GeoGebra applet. We will use GeoGebra to calculate lower and upper sums. The total area of the inscribed rectangles is called the lower sum, and the total area of the circumscribed rectangles is called the upper sum. As we change the number of rectangles, here you can use the slider to change the number of rectangles. These sums come closer to the actual value of the integral. As the number of rectangles increase and in the limit increase to infinity, the upper and lower sum converge to a single value, which is area under the curve. Here, the largest number of rectangles that you can inscribe or circumscribe is 150. And the values of the lower and upper sum are not exactly equal to 10.37 but are coming closer and closer to 10.37, the actual value of the integral and the area enclosed under the curve from x is equal to a to x is equal to b. In the second applet, you will be constructing these upper and lower sums. To do that, you will use the function as inbuilt in the GeoGebra, and to do that, here in the input bar, if you click and type in lower, the function will pop up. If you select it, you can use that. Again, if I drag this to show you the algebra view, you can see that the function word has been highlighted. This is where we want to type in f. And as it types in f, it seems like it has disappeared, but don't worry about it. Just use your right hand arrow, and as you use the right arrow, the next part of this rule gets highlighted. Start x value is the x coordinate of the point A. Again, use the right arrow to move up to the next part of the rule, that is the end value, which is x coordinate of B. Again, let's take the cursor to the number of rectangles, that's n. And here is what you see coming up as your one rectangle. Click on the graphic side and you can see as here the lower sum takes a value 5. It's also showing up here as a equal to 5. As you increase the number of rectangles, this sum is changing. So you need to make sure that you keep a record of these values as they are varying in the sheet provided to you. Similar to this, you will construct the upper sum and make similar observations. Just a small tech tip, in case you want to see only the lower sum, you may keep this on, and if you click on the button next to the upper sum, you will be able to hide that. For example, here, if I click here, the lower sum is hidden. And this may help you to distinguish between the upper and the lower sum when the number of rectangles is very large. Now, all you have to do is evaluate integral using second fundamental theorem and also then get back to the activity sheet. In the activity sheet, your first task is to evaluate this integral as a limit of sum. So go ahead, finish that, and then come back to this worksheet, keep the applet on and record what would be the upper and the lower sum when the number of rectangles is 5, 25, 55 and the maximum we have given you is 100. Also make a note of the difference of these upper and the lower sum for each of these values of n. Make sure to finish this activity sheet and submit to your teacher, and also make sure to turn in the GeoGebra applet as assigned to you through the Google Classroom. In case you have any doubts, do reach out to the teachers.